Well, the U.S. reported more than 153,000 new coronavirus infections yesterday as some states reinstate restrictions to curb the spread. And for several school districts, the surge means a return to virtual learning. Our Fox News correspondent Jeff Paul has more.
School districts across the country are once again weighing whether to switch to remote learning as new coronavirus infections surge. Philadelphia, Boston, and Detroit are among those cities closing classrooms or delaying hybrid learning. New York City, the nation's largest school district, could be next. Mayor Bill de Blasio telling parents to prepare for closures as soon as Monday if infection rates top 3%.
No one wants to see that happen. I don't want to see that happen. We've put out a clear standard. We're going to stick to that standard.
But some parents say they're worried about the potential economic damage from another shutdown as they try to balance working from home and schooling their children.
I understand the 2 weeks shutting down, maybe, but not completely for the whole year. That would be devastating.
Public health officials say while they're not seeing rampant transmission in schools, it's more likely asymptomatic children will spread the virus. The American Academy of Pediatrics reports nearly 74,000 children contracted the virus during the week ending November 5th, an all-time high. Some fear things could get worse during the upcoming holiday breaks.
We're concerned that, again, individuals will not be responsible. They will interact with individuals outside their home. They'll go to gatherings and such.
Researchers say more than 900,000 children have tested positive for COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic. In Los Angeles, Jeff Paul, Fox News.